I have a question. Do wild donkeys eat fried dough sticks? Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. I am Captain Tian. People often ask how to handle the restroom situation when sleeping in a vehicle. If you are in the wild, this isn't an issue. Whether you lie down, squat, or stand, no one is watching you. However, if you are in a county, I usually choose to stay near a public restroom, like this one, which is a public toilet. Not too far away. I stayed here last night, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. If it really comes to it, I can find some corners where there are no people. However, a common characteristic of both the Tibetan region and the Xi'an area is the scarcity of public water resources, whether it's public restrooms or gas stations. Most places do not provide water, so washing up is left to chance. Today's staple food is fried dough stick. Now let's take the Ali Central line from the county and make our way to see how far. We are from Mount Kailash in Yar Township. Then, when I took the detour to the northern line, to reach Gies, I received a long-awaited speed limit sign. The Nyima line to Zhongseng Township is 198 kilometers, with a speed limit of no less than 163 minutes. This kind of thing used to be seen everywhere on the 318, but now it has all been digitized over there. The road from the northern Tibet plain to Ali is like this. There aren't many people, and you can drive for hundreds of kilometers. On the grasslands of northern Tibet, there are many wild animals. In the distance, the darkest ones are yaks, and from what I can see, those should be wild donkeys. This area has a large number of wild donkeys. Over here, there are both wild donkeys and Tibetan antelopes. Over here, this group is also wild donkeys. From a distance. They look like wild donkeys, and they are much larger than the ones in Shohani. It seems that animal protection is quite effective in recent years, allowing for sightings of these animals. Unless you get really close, they generally won't approach you. In fact, the entire northern Tibet route, along with the Ali Central Line and Ali North, is located within the Chiangtung Nature Reserve. It is an empty area. No one lives here. Sometimes, 1 or 2 herders graze their livestock. Well, the entire landscape here is an uninhabited area, filled with wildlife. At first, I was quite surprised, but later I found that there were so many animals that I ran out of money to park. The weather is great, but driving here is quite desolate and lonely. If someone who doesn't enjoy driving were to drive here, they might go crazy. It's just this kind of empty wilderness road that stretches for hundreds of kilometers. I found a place here, with a large number of Tibetan antelopes. And they are quite still, probably resting. The grass here seems to be more prominent. As a result, I checked the altitude, and it was already 5,000 meters above sea level. 5,000 meters, but it's not a high mountain pass, it's just flat ground. From here to Ali, the average altitude is about 5,000 meters. This group is wild yaks. It looks no different from domesticated animals. The scenery is extremely beautiful, and there is an abundance of wildlife. The group of Tibetan antelopes I just saw was captured in some great shots, and there are also some other groups nearby, with a total number likely exceeding 300. I have never seen so many Tibetan antelopes before, and there are plenty of wild donkeys as well. Usually, a group of wild donkeys has at least 20 or 30 individuals. However, this place has high altitude, poor conditions, high costs, and long distances, which might be too much for an average person to handle. Here, many wild donkeys were staring at me blankly by the roadside. In fact, I was also staring at them quite a bit, feeling just as silly. I can see the snow-capped mountains by the roadside. The road I'm standing on is at an altitude of 5,000 meters, so this mountain is probably over 5,000 as well. It's quite beautiful from here. This road is National Highway 216 leading to the Coqen line. I've been driving for over an hour, and there hasn't been a single person or car in either direction. We should be able to reach the Coqen line after driving about another 100 kilometers. I have a question. Does a righteous donkey eat fried dough sticks? I just don't eat. This is Dawa Lake. It's similar to all the other lakes, but this one has several bird islands. In the middle, especially this one, you can hear the noisy calls from that large one, even from a distance. Moreover, this bird island must be genuine, because I could smell the odor of bird droppings from such a distance. What looks white on the ground is not salt or alkali, it's all bird droppings. The water by the shore is actually not deep, especially since there is a road leading into the water here. I think if you're bold enough, you should be able to see at least these two small islands. On the opposite Bird Island, the larger Bird Island might have a road on the other side, but usually, the Bird Islands and Tibetan lakes are not allowed to be accessed. It must be for environmental reasons. It smells so bad. The white substance all over these large grassy areas is bird droppings. We're almost at Swachim County, and I've finished the last yotia. First, there were 5 flour rolls. Today, I had 5 deep-fried dough sticks, and overall, I feel that the dough sticks are tastier than the flour rolls. This is the Swachim line. It's so small that you can't even tell it's a line. It feels like a town. Passing through Swachim County, you must take a look at the agricultural market. So big. Sergeants. Oh, sergeants. The watermelons are priced at 8 yuan per pound, huh? There's a Hanting Hotel over here. It's really the Hanting Hotel, not a fake. I asked about it, and it costs over 500 per room. Oh my. This road is quite bustling. It's called Guangxi Road. It should have been built with support from Guangxi,